Question 13b, which is the last question. The circumference of the base of a cylindrical tank. You know, the base is circular. These are cylindrical tank. This is how we have the base. So the circumference of the base, that this circle here, is 11 millimeters. The height of the tank is 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. Now going back to this line, you need to comprehend it. The height of the tank is 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. So let's say the base radius is r, then the height is 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. So 6 times the base radius is 6r. So let's say the radius is r, 6 times the base radius is 6r. Then it says the height of the tank is 3 more than 6 times the base radius. The base radius, which is here to the center, r, then let's say 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. So you first find 6 times the base radius, that's 6 times r, then plus 3 more. So after I get 6 times, that's 6r plus 3, gives you the value of the height. Calculate the radius first. 2, calculate the height. 3, calculate the volume of the tank. With this information, you can solve the question. This question could have been more technical if they've not told us to find the radius or the height, and they've just asked us to find the volume of the tank. They've made the question easy by telling us to find what we need to find the volume of the tank. Now, to find the radius, we have to use the circumference of the base of a cylindrical tank that was given to us as 11. That's like circumference is like the perimeter of a circle, which is 2 pi r. We use 2 pi r to find r. Since we've been given the value of the 2 pi r, which is the perimeter or circumference of the circle, which is the base of the cylindrical tank. Now with that, we find the radius, and with this second line, which is the height of the tank is 3 more than 6 times the base radius, we use it to find the height. Then we can find the volume of the cylindrical tank. We start by finding the radius of the base of the cylindrical tank, and we've been given the circumference. The circumference is also the perimeter, which is circumference, what is C, is 2 pi r. We've been given that circumference of the base of the cylindrical tank is 11 meters. C is 11 meters. So we use that to find the radius. Since 2 is a constant and pi is also a constant, so we use it to find the r. So that means the only unknown is the r. This is like a reverse question where you've been given the answer and been asked to find what would have normally been given to you. We are now looking for our r. So we have it as 11 equals 2 times 22 over 7 times our r, which is unknown. We have it as 11 equals 2 times 22 times r all over 7, because you can see this r over 1 and this is 2 over 1. So we have it as 11 equals 2 times 22. This 2 times this 22 will give you 44r. 44 times r is 44r over 7. At this point, you can make this 11 over 1. Then we cross multiply. So we have 44r times 1 is 44r equals 11 times 7 on the other side. So 11 times 7. 44r equals 77. Since we're looking for r, we divide both sides by 44. 44 cancels 44. R is 11 can go here, that's 7. 11 here, 4. So we have it as 7 over 4, which is 1 whole number 3 over 4 and to decimal 1.75 meters. For the second part of the question, since we have our radius to be 1.75 meters, we can find the height based on the second line, where you have the height of the tank is 3 meters more than 6 times the base radius. We know it is 3 times more than 6 times the base radius. So we first do 6 times the base radius, and since it's 3 more, we add 3 to it. So we have it as h equals 3 plus, since it's in meters, 6 times 1.75. In this case, we have to be careful, because at this point we have a board math situation here where you have to multiply before you add. If you add 3 plus 6 and multiply by 1.57, you get a different answer. So if you're not very careful, you might make a mistake here. So we take it as h equals 3 plus 6 times 1.75. 6 times 1.75 is 10.5. Now to get our height, that will be 3 plus 10.5, which is 13.5 meters. You have to add the meters so you can get your full mark. We have our height to be 13.5 meters. Question 13b III says find the volume of the tank. We know our radius is 1.75 meters. We know our height is 13.5 meters. And we know the formula for the volume of a cylindrical tank is pi r squared h. So volume of our tank will be pi is 22/7 times our r is 1.75, and since it's squared, you put it all squared, times our height, which is 13.5. Now we're going to say 22/7 times 1.75 squared. That's 1.75 times 1.75. With your calculator, you get 3.0625 times 13.5. On the next line, we have V equals 22 times 3.0625 times 13.5/7. Because this is over 1 and this is over 1, so we multiply the numerators, that's numbers on top, then the denominator. 7 times 1 times 1 is 7. So we have this. Then you can use our calculator to multiply the numerator. That's 22 times 3.0625 times 13.5, which will give you 909.56. That's 909.56/7. Using your calculator, we'll divide 909.56 divided by 7. It's approximately 129.9. Then you put our unit, meters cube. Remember, your units will give you a complete mark. The volume is 129.9 meters cube.